welcome back to Once Upon a Page. Today we are giving you an update on NanoReMo. So first I'm going to turn it over to Amy for her update on how she did with NanoReMo month in March.
Hey guys, happy April. So if you remember a few weeks ago, right before March, so I know it feels like a lot longer than a few weeks ago, but anyway, we suggested that we do a reading challenge in March and see if you could read at least 1,500 pages. We guesstimated that would be about 6 average length books. So I'm here to let you know how I did on my reading challenge. If you remember, Heather and Erin had a bet going to see who could guess the closest to how many pages I would actually end up reading in March. And I did end up having a little extra time for some reason, a little thing called social distancing. So I did read quite a bit. So I'm going to give you a recap of what I read. I'm going to do it by saying the title, the author, and the genre, and about how many pages it was. And then at the end, I'm going to give you the total. Heather guessed that I would read about 2,500 pages, and Erin guessed that I would read 3,000. So let's see how I did, if my math is correct, okay? So I started the month by finishing a book. I had read about half of it before March officially started, so I'm going to count half of the pages for the reading challenge. It's called A Curse of Gems. It's by Brittany Fichter, Fichter. Anyway, it was so good. It's a fantasy fairy tale retelling, okay? And it was so good that I want to go back and read all of her other ones. So that should tell you something. So I'm counting about 241 pages of that book for the March challenge. Then I read Miss Devon's Choice, which is by Sally Britton. It's a Regency romance, and it was also very good. Then I read Till We Have Faces by C.S. Lewis. I've been trying to read one of his books each month this year, and this is the one where he basically retells the story of Cupid and the girl that he fell in love with. And so it was very interesting. It was about 313 pages. Then I read Valley of Shadows, which is the new book by Candace West, who's one of my friends, and I very, very, very much enjoyed that one. Highly recommend. It's a historical romance. Then I read The Chocolate Chip Cookie Murder by Joanne Fluke. I am not normally a murder mystery kind of girl, but I'm in a book club, and that's what we chose to do this month, and it was really cute. I'm not sure I'll go back and search out any of her other books, but I enjoyed this one. And then I read The Marriage Bargain by Stephanie Dees. I just needed something very light, and it's just a really quick read, but very cute, very sweet. It's about 260 pages, and it's a contemporary romance. Then I read The Jubilee Problem by Anna Elliott and Charles Veley, Veley, okay? It's a father and daughter that wrote it, and basically what they did was they took Sherlock Holmes, gave him a daughter, and then they wrote a series of books about how he and his daughters continue to solve the mysteries. So it was interesting, but a little slow. That one was about 424 pages. And then I read Practically Married by Karen Berry, Beery. And that one was really cute. It was a contemporary romance. Then I read two that sort of went together. One was a novella to just introduce her series. And then I read the actual first novel in the series by Linda Hubalek, Hubalek. The novella was The Pea Shooter Society's Plan, and it was 45 pages. And then the first book was actually Amelia Changes Her Fellow, and it was about 234 pages. And then actually right at the end of the month, I started a new book, and I got about halfway through. It's called On Wings of Devotion by Rosanna M. White. She's one of my absolute favorite authors because every time I pick up one of her books, I don't want to put it down. It's so good. She writes historical romance all set around the series I'm reading right now is set around World War One in England, and it's fascinating. And then I also counted my Bible reading. I read the Bible every day, 3 to 5 pages a day. So I counted the pages that I read just for March, and I read about 138 pages of that. So altogether, I read 8 books, 1 novella, half of 2 books, and my Bible reading. And my total number of books read was 3,041. So Erin won the bet. Sorry, Heather. And I can't wait to hear how you guys did too, because I'm excited to see the other results from this. Thanks for joining in if you did, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.
I guess it's my turn now. I did reach my 1,500 page goal for the month of March. In fact, I got 1,964 pages. Of all the reading that I did, I would have to say that the series by Morgan Busey that starts with The Mark of the Raven was probably my favorite thing I read this month. Fantasy is not my typical go-to genre, but she creates a compelling story and a world that just sucks you in. So even if you're not a fan or you're not sure you're a fan, I would check her out. She's definitely worth looking at. And if you have a teen or a young adult reader in your life, it would be worth checking out for them as well. And while you're on Amazon checking out her books, we have something special for each of you during this time when we are practicing social distancing and quarantine and not getting to go out and needing to find things to do to help us relax, keep our emotional and mental stability going during this time that's a little bit difficult for all of us. So if you go on Amazon right now, from now until April 8th, one of each of our books is on sale for free on the Kindle version. Now, even if you don't have a Kindle, you can still use the Kindle app. You can download it on your phone. You can put it on your laptop. You can put it on another tablet. So you're not missing out on this if you don't have a Kindle. Download that app, and then you can go to Amazon and you can find Amy English's book, Faith and Hope, Aaron Howard's book, The Seer, and Heather Greer's book, Faith's Journey, on sale from now until April 8th for free on Kindle. And so we hope you check those out, and we hope you join us again next week. Bye!